closes in.
Well, again, a really good spell from Wednesday. The question is, can they make the most of it, as they didn't do early in the first half? Windass having that shot blocked moments ago. Chowdhury stepping into good effect there. Patterson moving to the near. Bob and weave. Ihekwe again.
Well, he's not trying to score here. He's just trying to keep the ball alive. But again, an away swinging corner is much harder to attack. If that ball's an in-swinger, you can come onto it. You're having to go away from the target and then redirect the ball goalwards, and to score, to set it up for somebody else, really difficult. This is the block from Harrison Burrows. Burrows is so effective going forward, but he's a defender by trade. So you've got to be brave and get in the line of fire. As Windass does the right thing, keeps it down, keeps it on target. Just Harrison Burrows, that's brilliant defending.
Robinson. United grateful for a bit of composed possession. Ahmed Hodzic. Peck. Sariki. Brewster couldn't gather it in. Smith. It's a bit of a road to nowhere, though.
There's a bit of a concern for Sheffield Wednesday. They've had two major phases of real pressure in the game. They've had opportunities and not scored in those two phases. And in a game like this, I feel Sheffield United surely have to put something together, create a decent opportunity themselves. And so Wednesday don't regret missing the opportunities. The Smith header, the Windass strike, both should really have done better.
Picked off by Harmer. Already got the decision. Well, plenty of cards to play, but no sense that there is any shuffling going on.
Clearly both coaches fairly happy with what they've seen so far. Sheffield Wednesday at the moment in the ascendancy, but I suppose it is a risk. You change, you bring subs on. Yes, you can win the game, but also it might cost you. So again, there's a point for both coaches enough.
Neatly done by Smith. It's Bannon's. Charles, Windass. Bannon again. Always finding space and time. That time he only finds the feet of Ahmed Hodzic. This is Brendan Diaz and Peck. No shortage of confidence. And it's a good ball that for Campbell. Brendan Diaz and Brewster in there. Campbell worked it well, must be Brewster! Rhian Brewster pounces for Sheffield United. At a point when they've really been up against it, they strike. And a man whose Blade's career at times has been tortuous has a moment to treasure at the Cop End of Hillsborough.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Wednesday have been the dominant side the last 10 minutes or so. They've had opportunities in the game to take the lead. They haven't. When you're up against Sheffield United, OK, they're not playing well, but they have individuals who can suddenly turn a game. And that's what happens here with Sidney Peck and Tyrese Campbell. Campbell does so well to keep himself onside. He goes past Ihekwe as if he's not there. Brilliant play, unselfish play. Takes a bit of a touch, I think, off Shea Charles as well, makes it difficult for Beadle, and he just lays it on a play. Can do nothing more, really, the goalkeeper. But Rhian Brewster, his positioning, he's following the play in. He's not standing and watching Tyrese Campbell, he's getting himself into the 6-yard box, into a goal-scoring position, just in case the ball comes across. There's a lot can happen, but it does find its way to Brewster. It's a simple tap-in. That's what all the Wednesday fans would have been worrying about. Dominating the game, don't score. This team can punish you, and Sheffield United have.
Well, the Hillsborough pitch played a part in him getting the nod over Callum O'Hare today to play around Tyrese Campbell. And the combination that Chris Wilder believed would be the right one on this occasion has come good, just at a point where Wednesday seemed to be in the ascendancy.
This is why Tyrese Campbell has been such an important line leader for Sheffield United. Yes, he scores goals, but he can create them as well. He's so unselfish, and his work off the ball there to get himself in behind that Wednesday defensive line is quite brilliant. He could maybe go for glory from a tight angle, smash it at Beadle, try and score himself. Didn't, did the right thing, put the cross in. His teammate scores.
They're starting to believe their team had got a bit of a grip, but the volume has been turned up at one end and it's near silence everywhere else. So after a brief delay, we go again.
Yeah, but the goal just shows the resilience, the belief that Sheffield United have. That's why they're doing so well. They've got good players, but they've got that belief that a goal will come because they've got individuals. If you just keep an opponent out, don't concede, a chance will come along because of those attacking players you have.
First shot on target in the game, incidentally. Went a whole 60-odd minutes without one. That's not happened frequently this season. Harmer, run from Britton Diaz was a positive one. Brewster again, and that will do it. His confidence so much good. He's loved for his attitude on the training ground. It would be fair to say that it hasn't gone the way anybody wanted for Ryan Brewster at Sheffield United. Injury nightmares every time he seems to be taking a major stride forward. There seems to be a significant fall back, but he is writing the headlines here today and etching his name into Sheffield United lore for the right reasons.
It's one of the easiest goals he'll ever score, but it's because he's actually backed the play up. He's not stood on the edge of the box and watched and hoped the ball comes to him. He's got himself into a goal-scoring position, so that's why it's a tap-in. It is a huge boost for him. He's had so many problems, he's got so much talent. He just needs to be injury-free, and he can have a huge impact on any team he plays for. I think Chris Wilder will be delighted. Yes, the team have taken the lead, but look at what they've done since taking the lead. They've got on the ball, and they're just controlling the flow of the game. This is game management. It's brilliant.
And if an opportunity comes, they'll try to take it. Campbell taking that in beautifully. Harmer. Campbell again, the road blocked by Charles this time. This is Burrows, who's content to settle for the throw and ensure that they keep a hold. Windass.
Yeah, brilliant work again from Tyrese Campbell. Not just his touch, taking that ball down, that was difficult enough, but the fact he made the run, he made the offer to a teammate. You can find me, I'm going to run into space, so you can find me with the forward ball.
Peck into Campbell again. Peck has room to strike. Beadle able to get down, as he would have expected to.
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday have to dig deep here. They cannot afford to concede a second goal because Sheffield United, their tails are up. It's amazing what goals can do for teams, and Sheffield United now dominating proceedings, and Wednesday cannot afford to go two behind.
Well, any lingering hope of a playoff place is very much hanging in the balance here for Wednesday. Gassama with a terrific burst though. Or Siriki made the initial challenge, 1 or 2 in blue and white, appealing for a penalty. Iorfa able to get there first.
That's the first attacking influence that Gassama has really had on the game, getting goal side round the back of Siriki. Was there any real contact on him? This is where they want him, isolated against a fullback running at him. He's on a yellow card, Siriki, as well, so take him on. He does that. Does he get caught at all on the heels? I don't think he does. I think he goes to ground looking for the penalty, but positive play from him. They need more of this. I think he actually gets the ball taken away from him first, then he maybe gets caught, but it's not a penalty.
Peck frustrated, unapologetic as he presents it to Bannon, probably the one you'd least like to in a blue and white shirt. Burrows meets the challenge of Valentine head on, and It's probably fair to say that Sheffield Wednesday's season comes down to this final 20 minutes and more here. Up to today, the last 8 days have been perfect. Valentin, Patterson is in there, but it's Robinson who meets it. Now Windass, high and hanging, and it will tempt Cooper, who does well. He's decisive when it seemed to be a difficult situation. And side flag against Tyrese Campbell would surely have come. Well, Sheffield United grateful to their goal scorer. Sheffield Wednesday calling on fresh blood to try and turn the tide. Getting some replenishment of a different sort. Brewster and Britton Diaz. Well, Callum Patterson departs, a player in form. Ingelsson is his replacement. Atsasi withdrawn and replaced by Marvin Johnson.